Hello retro gaming, home arcade, and pinball enthusiasts. It's me, it's Michael B. Thank you so much for checking out the video, and welcome to the Friday News Blast. I woke up to a pretty significant sale on home arcade products here in Canada today that I wanted to share with you. And this features products not just from Arcade1Up, but also from AtGames too, and I think you guys will be pretty interested in it. Not just that, but after months of speculation, Stern Pinball finally announced they're doing a re-release of the Stranger Things pinball machine, and despite wacky rumors about a modified version, we are in fact getting the original version back in Pro and Premium. And after me preaching about it for so long, will I finally pick one up? Well, I'll tell you more about it right after this. So that's right guys, it's Friday, the start of the weekend. Super Game Room Dudes is going to happen later tonight, but before we get there, I'm going to share a little bit of news with you. So this week, we've got a big home arcade sale happening across Canada. I woke up this morning, went into Best Buy, and checked out the deals that were available on video games, as I do every Friday because I have compulsive buying habits, and I noticed that a bunch of Arcade1Up were on sale. I quickly then went over to the Brick and noticed they had a bunch on sale as well. So we'll talk about that in a little while, and I'll tell you what the best deals are. On top of that, Stern has finally announced the re-release of Stranger Things, and I couldn't be more excited. So I'm going to tell you about that and my efforts to actually add Stranger Things to my home pinball arcade, or whatever you want to call it. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you so much for checking out the video. Guys, I always appreciate the support. If this is your first time to the channel and you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, all that YouTube stuff. So like I mentioned in the opening, guys, I woke up and checked the video game sales and noticed there seemed to be a big sale going on here in Canada with some pretty good deals on Arcade1Up and AtGames Legends lines of products. So I want to kind of go over them with you now. It looks like a variety of cabs currently have a deal on where you can save about $50. So you can save $50 from the Bandai Namco Legacy Pac-Mania Edition arcade. Obviously, this was on sale before. You go all the way back to last Christmas, it was on sale for $2.99, so that's not that great a sale. Plus, it has a really bad monitor. I'd avoid that one. Cool looking cab, but avoid. Then you've got the Simpsons on for $6.99. I think this is regularly priced $7.99, so it's $100 off. Again, this one's been cheaper as well. You've got Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition Big Blue for $5.99. Not a bad price, but you also have the option there to save $50 and get the Yoga Flame, which is the updated model, probably with a more comfortable build. I love the Big Blue, but that control panel is really low and on a slant, and it's almost impossible to put it in the middle between a couple cabs. So maybe the Yoga Flame, even though not as arcade accurate and honestly kind of ugly looking, looks like Pizza the Hut, that might be the better option if you were considering getting a Street Fighter. I don't know if we are getting the Street Fighter 2 Deluxe here in Canada, so you know, if you can save $50, that might be the best option. Here's the most interesting one right now, and I'll just bring it up on screen so you guys can see. The deluxe cabs, which have only recently come out in Canada. I think they only got here back in September, but you can already save a couple dollars on a deluxe cab. So the Pac-Man Deluxe cabinet is currently on sale, $50 off, regularly priced $649.99 for $599.95. So if you were hesitant and holding out on picking up one of these deluxe cabs, now's your opportunity. Of course, I don't have the deluxe cab, I have the Pac-Man XL behind me, but if the quality's half as good as with the XL cab, this might be a really good cab to grab. So going back, guys, this may be the biggest deal of the day and the one you could probably pay the most attention to. Probably not the best cabinet, but definitely the best savings. So if you were holding out looking for a Miss Pac-Man cab, the 40th anniversary wood grain edition Miss Pac-Man 3/4 scale arcade with riser is on sale for $399.95, $400. It's been a long time since we've seen an Arcade1Up go that cheap here in Canada. So for $400, you can get the Miss Pac-Man 40th Anniversary Wood Grain. I don't know if this does have Wi-Fi. I think this is just the normal cabinet. Let's take a look. So you get the games Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, Galaxian, Dig Dug, Mappy, Rally X, Rolling Thunder, Rompers, Tower of Draga, and King and Balloon. Specifications, 10 games, sleek cabinet design. It does not mention Wi-Fi, so this is, I can't remember this cap because I didn't follow it at all. But if you wanted to get a 40th anniversary Miss Pac-Man with the wood grain design for a really cheap price, check it out. So they've also got a deal on stools right now as well, so you can get the high back stools for $50 off, $149.95. You've got the Arcade1Up Midway Legacy Mortal Kombat. This is the Mortal Kombat with online play. This one has 14 games, including Clax for some reason. The big thing about this one is this also has that shitbox screen. So I would avoid that, and we did find out that the Midway Deluxe, or the Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe, will be coming to Canada in the near future. It's only going to be $50 more. It's going to have a BOE screen. Maybe hold out for that one unless this goes on a much cheaper sale. Then, of course, we've got regular stools on for $20 off, $79.95. Big Buck Hunter is $50 off. We are getting Big Buck Hunter Deluxe, so I would question whether or not you want to wait for that. Pinball is currently $100 off, so you can get the Attack from Mars pinball machine, and that's everything Arcade1Up related. Not to be outdone, AtGames have put some of their products on sale as well through the Brick today. Of course, it's only a Buy Stuff store in the Brick that you can actually get AtGames products from here in Canada, so this sale is kind of exclusive to the Brick, I do believe. So you can get the AtGames Legends Ultimate Mini for $5.99. I think the regular price is $6.99, so it's about $100 off. Same with the Legends Ultimate, which is on sale right now for $7.99.95, $100 off. And then, of course, the AtGames Legends Pinball, regular priced $1,099, is on sale for $999.95. Then, of course, the AtGames Legends Pinball Micro, priced a little high in Canada, in my opinion, is on sale $50 off, $599.95. Regular price $649.95. I know that's an astronomical price for a tabletop pinball machine, but that's how much they are here in Canada. With the pinball, you can get one for essentially half the price of the new 4K machine, and the pinball does work fairly well. However, you are going to want to save a little bit of money because you are going to want to get the arcade control panel. So guys, that's the big sale that's happening on home arcade products currently here in Canada. There's some good deals to look out for. Obviously, the biggest deal of the day is on that Miss Pac-Man 40th Anniversary cabinet. No online features, 10 games, but at a $400 price point, it's a good jump in on a Miss Pac-Man if you just want to play Miss Pac-Man at home. Probably the most interesting of the sales of the day is the fact that the Pac-Man Deluxe cabinet, which is just newly released here, is on sale $50 off at $599.99, regular price $649.99. So you can save a couple bucks and jump in and get your first deluxe cab. Then, of course, on the AtGames side, we're getting $100 discounts on their big products such as the AtGames Legends Ultimate, the AtGames Legends Pinball. Of course, this is making way for the new products coming in the future, and of course with the AtGames Legends 4KP coming in the very near future, and even here in Canada, which we greatly appreciate. It's a great time to jump in and get the older model, which is still a pretty badass pinball machine. Speaking of pinball machines, as I'm sure most of you are painfully aware now because I never stopped talking about it, there were rumors that Stern Pinball were going to do a re-release of their popular Stranger Things machine. This is a table designed by Brian Eddy, and in a lot of people's opinion is essentially a remake of Attack from Mars, and one of my personal favorites. Well, lo and behold, Stern Pinball made it official on Tuesday and announced that they were, in fact, going to be bringing Stranger Things back this holiday season for at least one more run. Now, there were rumors that this may be an updated machine. However, it is the original machine that we all know and love. They're going to be re-releasing the Pro, which is great for operators to pick them up because you don't want all that extra stuff, and the Premium, which is such a badass machine with that little projector in around the screen and the extra multi-ball. Two amazing options. And the cool thing about this is it's not some kind of new LE that will downgrade the people who bought the LEs originally's price point on that. They keep their value. Now, this is something that I have been hoping and praying for a while. I knew there was a very good chance after I did that interview with Brian Eddy and talked to him that Stern were in fact going to be re-releasing Stranger Things later on this year. The rumors were out there, but now that it's official, will Michael B get a Stern Pro or Stern Premium Stranger Things pinball? Well, I can tell you that I'm fortunate enough that I do have one on hold with Player One Amusements here in Canada, so I am trying. Does that mean I'm going to get one? Well, while I was smart enough to write the local distributor and give him a heads up to put my name on the list if this rumor was true and Stranger Things was going to be released, to hold one for me, what I didn't do was start saving any money because I just went to Cleveland, had a great time, and spent a bunch of money. So my reserves are a little low at the moment. So I have to move a couple things in order to make this work. I do have my name down for one, and basically the distributor's holding it for me, but I got to move a couple things out in order to make this happen. One thing you guys may be surprised to hear that I'm moving already is in fact my second pinball machine, which is Dungeons & Dragons. I just had a really cool and unique opportunity to get this machine when I did. It was awesome to have a second pinball machine in my home, but realistically, I know I want Stranger Things so much more than I want this pinball machine, so I'm in the process of trying to sell this. In fact, I posted it all the way back in September when the rumors first came up. However, it's hard finding the right buyer at the right time. I do have one guy who's seriously interested, but we're going to have to wait until late November until he has the funds necessary to pick it up. So, it's still on the market. So in order for me to get my Stranger Things, I have to move out my Dungeons & Dragons pinball first. So basically, I'm in full-on clearance mode here to try to get my money together for this. So I'm currently selling my Dungeons & Dragons pinball machine. I had a WWF Winged Eagle replica belt that I got rid of. I'm actually selling my AtGames Legends AtGames Legends pinball as well, with the new 4KP coming in to get funds for that and raise funds for this. And I'm clearing out my Numbskull quarter arcades because honestly, they're only there for display. I don't really play the quarter arcades. So anything basically that's display only at this point, I'm even going to be getting rid of some of my toys. Everything must go. Stranger Things must happen. So to answer the question, will I be getting Stranger Things by Stern? I sure as shit am trying. I really hope I can make this work because I absolutely love this table. I'm so blessed that they're doing another run of this so I can actually grab one new, because if you've been following the secondhand market, the prices have got quite inflated on these. These aren't exactly easy to come by, so I'm going to do everything I can to make sure my second pinball machine is in fact Stranger Things. And hopefully I can get all this stuff moved in time for the order to actually go out from Player One. And yeah, hopefully, later this year, I'll have a Stranger Things Pro. Definitely not going to make it to Premium. That's way too far a gap for this to happen. Anyways, guys, that's my quick little news blast I wanted to share with you today. If you are a Canadian resident, you're looking to save a little bit of money on some home arcade products, check out The Brick. Check out Best Buy. You can take a look for Arcade1Up and AtGames products currently on sale. Again, probably the most interesting deals are in fact the Pac-Man Deluxe cabinet, which is on sale for the very first time, and of course the Miss Pac-Man wood grain 40th anniversary, $400. $250 off. Good jump-in point on that cabinet. Then, of course, you also get $100 off both the AtGames Legends Ultimate and AtGames Legends Pinball Machine. So, good jumping in points on those. You can save a couple bucks. Keep in mind the ALP 4KP is coming out in the near future, so you may also want to consider that one. Then on the other side, Stern Pinball Stranger Things is confirmed. I am so friggin' excited. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure this happens, and I'll be adding Stranger Things to my home arcade pinball collection in the very near future. And I'm interested to hear from you guys. If you guys are big pinball enthusiasts, pinball fans, are you excited that Stranger Things is now confirmed and they are doing a re-release? And are you going to be picking one up? If so, are you going to get the Pro or the Premium? I know I'm going to get roasted. People always post in the comments, not everybody can afford $7,000 pinball machines. I know that. If you can't afford them and you're doing something like that, comment. If you can't afford, I'm sorry I brought it up. Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you next time.